I'm chasing Mighty Soul. I'm finna get hit by a car. I'm trying to grab her, right? She like, let me go. Let me go. Now I'm tipsy. She moving all crazy like this. So I let her go. Boom. I tried to get up, but it was another car that was coming, and I guess he didn't see me. But I hurried up and tried to move back, but he tapped me. Boom. I mean, hard. I was looking for, I got a couple of videos that I'm going to post, but I was looking for the pictures and the videos that I had big bruises. I had a big bruise on my thigh, a big bruise on my leg, and my back was hurting. Because when he hit me, I fell. He just tapped me. It was like my legs. He saw me, but he still, that back end caught me. Boom. I get up. So now people are stopping, like that's driving, they're stopping. They're like, you're okay, you're okay. Mighty Soul is up there. She's still walking, trying to catch the cab. So I'm like, Mighty Soul, talk to me, talk to me. So she trying to flag a cab down. The cab is not stopping. So I'm finally getting closer to her. I'm limping. I'm hurt. I'm like, I just got hit by a car. She like, please leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to. Now she's just lashing out. So I'm like, you know what? I'm heated. So I'm getting ready to order me a Lyft, right? Because that's how we got there. But my phone was messed up by me getting hit by the car because I had it in my pocket. So it cracked. So I was like, oh man, like, how I'm gonna get home? So I see her already got a Uber. She got an Uber. Not even a Lyft, an Uber pulling up. She already requested. So I guess while she was walking and I was down there in that little situation, she was already requesting her to get home. So I see her getting into the Uber. I hops in the Uber too. I'm like, get out the Uber. So the Uber driver don't want to pull off. So I'm like, pull off, right? I straight tell the Uber driver, pull off. I don't know what address she gave you, but you gonna go to this address, which was gonna be my place. She like, no, I'm paying you. I requested the Uber. So he said, hey ma'am. So he asked her, is everything okay? He ain't asked me or asked us, is we okay? He asked her, hey, is everything okay? And she like, no, I don't want to share this ride. Please, Roshan, just get out the ride. I'm going to call the police. I'm going to call the police. I'm like, my phone is broken. I'm like, I just got hit by a car. She like, you did not get hit by a car. I'm like, yes, I did. Now I'm yelling. I'm yelling in the Uber. So the Uber driver tells me, hey, I'm not pulling off until you leave. So I looked at her. I say, I don't even know, nowhere around over here. This is your spot. You took me. I'm like, so you finna leave me here? She like, please just go. I'll request you. So she like, I'll request you an Uber, right? So she say, if you want, you can have this Uber. So I said, nah, I'm good. I found my own Uber. Just like that, I get out the car, right? Sure enough, the Uber pulls off. Now I'm heated. I'm hurting and I'm heated. So I go back to the club, to the spot. And I'm letting everybody know, like, hey, I don't know how to get back home pretty much. And I'm tipsy. So they was like, hey, what's your address? What's your address? So I show them. They like, oh, you on Drake Street. They like, that's nowhere. Because it really wasn't that far. So he like, I got to pass out that way. He like, but you got to wait till I get off the clock. That was the bartender dude that kept giving me the free drinks. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm just waiting. I'm like, man, the car hit me. Like, I could still feel it because my thigh was hurting. I'm like, it hit me pretty hard. He like, you want some ice? I'm like, nah. He like, hey, what Mighty Soul at? I'm like, she left. He like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, she got mad about the girl on the stage. So he was like, oh, she be getting jealous like that? I know she got an attitude problem. See, I didn't know she had an attitude problem. He was like, yeah, I know she be having an attitude problem, but I ain't know she was going to do all that. He like, but I got you. You want me to call her for you? So I didn't even know he had a number. I'm like, no. I'm like, you ain't got to call her. Boom, he gets off. He takes me home, right? No extra nothing. He just take me to the crib. I get there. I make it in there. I cut on the hot water. Thank God I have hot water. I'm showering. I'm like, man, I don't even think that I'm going to be able to make it to work tomorrow. You feel me? So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and try to force to be to work tomorrow. But I got to get my phone fixed. Because at that time, at that peak time, I always needed my phone. I cannot walk around with a phone that's broken or don't work. I just paid my bill. So boom, the morning came. I got dressed. I went to work. So it's no Mighty Soul. She did not. She called off. So Mike, when he come in, he like, hey, he like, Mighty Soul called off. I'm like, oh, all right. I'm like, hey, Mike, can I leave early? He like, we already a man down. I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, my phone broke. I'm like, I need to go get my phone fixed. So he was like, I could probably let you off an hour early. He like, depending on how busy we is. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he like, hey, I got a doobie. That's what he said. He said, I got a doobie. He like, you want to go tap the doobie outside? I'm like, yeah. I want to tap the doobie. So boom, we go out there to the back. When Alex and everybody on the shift, me and Mike takes a break. Now, me and Mike, we kind of been getting cool. You feel me? So we go out there and he opened up his book bag because he took his book bag with him and he had a big stogie, right? So we out there just passing and hitting it. Now I'm feeling that I'm normally a 3-hitter and that's it. So I pump it 3 times and I'm fine. You feel me? So I did the 4th time and I was like, hey, I'm good, right? He like, man, your eyes is red. So we do a little drops. So I'm like, hey, you gonna finish getting to the place? I'm like, because if not, I'm like, I don't know if the plan's still gonna be in motion, but Mighty Soul's supposed to be helping me, you know, get the crib together. He like, what? I'm like, yeah, like we found somebody that can do the work for us for cheap. And I'm like, you only gotta worry it because I'm like, you got 2 jobs. He like, no. He like, I got you. He like, I'm gonna come over there today and start doing some work. I'm like, you sure? Today. He like, today. I'm like, all right. So boom, the shift started working out. I was stuck on cold bath, which I had to do whipped creams and all this stuff because we make whipped cream from scratch. So I'm looking for the air cartridges, but I don't see none. I'm like, dang, we getting low. So I'm like, hey, when you do the order, we need some air cartridges for the whipped cream. You know, so when you open it, when you do it, it'll be like, tss, so that makes that whip go. You feel me? So I'm like, we need that. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna order some. Boom, the shift is over with, right? So as me and Mike coming out, here come Mighty Soul. She like, can we talk, please? I need to talk to you. She like, I want to talk to you about yesterday. She like, I don't even remember what happened, but I went on my Snapchat. So she went on her Snapchat and got to looking and just seeing what happened. I'm like, look, me and Mike finna go to the house so he can fix us some stuff. She like, can we talk? I'm like, look, I gotta fix my phone. She like, I'll get it fixed. Now, she had a part-time gig, even though she was working for Starbucks. She had a part-time gig at T-Mobile. She was like, just give me your phone, and when you're done, just meet me at my job, because I got to go work at my 2nd job today. So I'm like, all right. So boom. So Mike is up there at the stop sign smoking a cigarette, and he like, what y'all got going on? I'm like, none. She was just asking me about a shift, like if I want to swap shifts. He like, y'all talking? I'm like, what? No, we're not talking. It's none of your business. Stop asking me. I'm like, no, we're not talking. Boom, these 2 guys come up to Mike, right? They're like, hey, you got some of that? He like, yeah. He like, come on, you got to go to the train. So we go to the train. I don't know what they talking about. I'm thinking they talking about, you know what I'm saying, some Zaza. This dude was selling them the air cartridges. So Mike say, man, I'm going to do me one. I mean, straight up, I'm going to do me one. He poked the hole, and he put it in his nose. And then he took the rush and covered. And I'm looking like, what? Wait, that's how we make whipped cream. Wait, your take, like, in my mind, right? So he was like, you better not start judging me.